Haifa's port, Raphael's weapons manufacturing facility, and Krayot City. These are a few of the things that Hezbollah spied with its eye in Israeli skies. Israel is now getting ready to kickstart a third Israeli-Lebanon war at its northern border. Will Israel take the region into further chaos? If so, how would an Israeli war on Lebanon go? Ask Hassan Nasrallah, leader of the Lebanese group Hezbollah.
إذا فرضت الحرب على لبنان فإن المقاومة ستقاتل بلا ضوابط وبلا قواعد وبلا أسقف. لكن عليه الآن أن ينتظرنا برا وجوا وبحرا.
Israel's defense minister Yoav Gallant then said Tel Aviv was capable of returning Lebanon back to the Stone Age, but other officials are wary.
I've read estimates of what Hezbollah could do to us in 3 days that are just horrendous. You're talking about knocking out all of our essential infrastructure, oil refineries, air bases, Dimona.
Given modern technology and both Israel and Hezbollah's expanded capabilities, a renewed conflict would probably be unlike the one that occurred in 2006. That ended up as a kind of stalemate, eventually resulting in Israeli forces retreating beyond their borders and Hezbollah staying put south of the Litani River. So, from then on, it was relatively calmer on Israel's northern border with Lebanon, until October 8th. That's when a volley of Hezbollah rockets flew into the Israeli-occupied Sheba farms and subsequently into northern Israel, sending around 80,000 Israeli citizens fleeing from their homes. Here's what to expect this time round. The tunnels in Lebanon actually hark back to the 1960s, when Palestinian groups there began digging them. With some help from North Korea, Hezbollah revamped them. That's right, North Korea. That's because Pyongyang has quite a bit of experience carving tunnels out of mountainous terrain. Those tunnels are now a labyrinth, some wide enough to accommodate trucks. One such tunnel spans 45 kilometers and connects Lebanon's Bekaa Valley with its south. Digging in southern Lebanon is a complex task, involving manually digging rocks with drilling machines or hydraulic machines. Each worker progresses an average of 15 meters per month. Some of these tunnels even wormed their way into Israel. In 2018, Tel Aviv said it had destroyed 6 tunnels going past its border with Lebanon after detecting them through acoustic sensors. The Lebanese army denies claims that such tunnels exist in the Jabail and Kesarwan areas, saying they're civilian infrastructure. Hezbollah is now the world's most heavily armed non-state actor. It went from possessing 15,000 projectiles on the eve of the 2006 war to reportedly 130,000 today, nestled underground or in camouflaged launch pits. Those include Iran's Fateh 110, a surface-to-surface ballistic missile that can travel up to 300 kilometers, as well as the Russian-produced Scud missile, which can travel between 300 to 550 kilometers. Remember, the total length of Israel from its northern border to the southern tip is 391 kilometers. That would effectively mean Hezbollah has the capacity to strike anywhere in Israel, even with drones. It also means that Hezbollah has the capacity to follow through on its threats to strike Greek-administered Cyprus 260 kilometers away should it be used as a staging post for Israeli strikes against Hezbollah. But does Israel have the capacity to stop them? The Iron Dome, which intercepts short-range rockets, is usually 90% effective, but it can get overwhelmed in the event of a flurry of missiles. It is also the lowest level of its 3-tiered missile defense system. The Arrow, Israel's anti-ballistic missiles, can intercept long-range rockets, while David's Sling can intercept medium-range missiles. Analysts say that if the situation with Hezbollah escalates, Israel's defense systems will be tested like never before. They add that Israel may preemptively strike launch locations, but it is unlikely to wipe out its whole arsenal because of Hezbollah's air defense capabilities. Israel does have a history of being unprepared for conflicts in Lebanon, as with the 2006 war. Meet Hezbollah's elite Special Operation Forces unit, the Radwan forces. Well-trained and armed, they make up some 2,500 out of Hezbollah's total forces numbering 100,000, according to Nasrallah. The unit, which was born in 2006, was trained by the Siberian Commandos, a battalion in Iran's Al-Quds Force, an Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps branch. The secretive group is actually the same unit that went into northern Israel that same year, reportedly sparking the 2006 war. Their main aim is to infiltrate Israel, although they have also operated in Syria as well. Experts think that the group's operations in Syria have made them battle-hardy and improved their commando force battle capabilities. Tel Aviv wants the unit to retreat beyond the Litani River, some 30 kilometers north of the Israel-Lebanon border, or has threatened to remove them by force. Israel is currently waging conflict on 3 fronts, one in Palestine's Gaza, another in the occupied West Bank, and a third along its border with Lebanon. After decades of Israel fighting with its northern foe, another war with Lebanon is only a matter of time.